Okay, this is G with Dagget Dam. We're on one of the Suzuki test rides that they have. Riding a V-Strom 1000. The test ride. It's the first time on this bike. Never been on one before. It's pretty tall. I'm tippy-toed on it. I'm like 5'5". So we'll discuss a little more about it when it goes. Right now the power seems pretty smooth. Readjust the camera a little bit. It looks like it has a gear outlay on it. Let you know what gear you're in, which is good because I can never remember what gear I'm in. Power band on this thing, so power is really smooth. Got a lot of torque. Third gear, kind of doing a little slow there and give it some gas, and it really, really goes. You know, lugs up really well. Man, it's nice, smooth ride so far. I mean, we're only doing about 30-40 miles an hour. But it looks pretty nice. Like I said, I'm 5'5". Seating on this is upright and comfortable. The seat feels really nice. The windshield's supposed to be adjustable. Right now I just got it wherever it's set. Like I said, it's a new bike. It's not mine. It's one of these test rides, so I'm just going to ride it and not mess with anything other than my mirrors are adjusted right, so that's good. Fourth gear right now doing less than 3,000 RPM, and I can give it some gas and it just pulls. You lean over just enough to not put a lot of pressure on your lower back. So this seems to be really nice, which would be pretty comfortable, I think, on a long trip. I have a Vulcan that I sit on, and when I ride it for a long time, my knees get tired, my back gets tired. My ZZR, I'm leaning over enough that as long as you're moving, you're comfortable, but if you're not, if you're in town and stuff, your wrists tend to get a little bit tired. Man, this thing is smooth. Probably mentioned before, it's real tall. When I come to a stoplight, I'm right on the very edge of my shoes at the stoplight, unless I lean over just a little bit, in which case then it actually you know, I can still hold it up pretty easy. It doesn't feel heavy at all. I think the thing's almost 500 pounds, or right at 500 pounds if I remember looking at the information on it. The braking is real smooth. The clutch is really smooth. I hit the turn, man. That thing turned nice. Just push the cancel turn signals. We get to get on the gas a little bit. Wow. So it's got a lot of torque. Really bring you up to speed real fast. little bit about some safety things. I mean, you know, everybody has their own style and everything, so I'm not going to really badmouth anybody. We'll talk about riding style a little bit. Is usually, if you're riding a big group and you don't know the other riders, you want to stagger yourself. Usually 2 seconds back. These guys apparently are pretty good riders, so what they're doing is just fine. But I really, man, this thing is so smooth. I know I've said that a bunch of times, but yeah. Man, the brakes on this thing are awesome. Really comfortable position. The handlebars in this thing are perfect for me right now. Somebody taller might, I don't know, might be a little off for them. Might have to adjust it a little bit different, but it's adjusted perfectly for me right the way it is. I was a little embarrassed getting on this thing. I couldn't get it to crank. I'm like, hey, what's the magic thing with this? And it was in gear and the kickstand was down. So guess what? It doesn't crank when the kickstand is down, like every motorcycle made right now. When I crank with the kickstand down and the bike in gear. Felt really embarrassed. Been riding all my life, and it's a newbie mistake like that. But of course, this is my bike, so I was real nervous getting out on it. Wasn't sure how heavy this thing was going to handle, you know, with my height and everything. I've got to talk to wife into getting one of these. Man, this thing is really something. Man, it shows the let's see, looking at the, well, this guy here is, all right, we're turning. One thing when you're doing, I'm a new moto vlogger, and you got to still pay attention to the road while you're yapping. I was looking at the dash. Nice roads to ride on. So, shows the air temperature. Says it's 95 degrees outside. It's got a clock on it. Has the odometer thing, of course. Tripometer on it. Really nice. Turn signals are push to cancel. Clutch is pretty easy pull, hydraulic clutch, of course. I think pretty much all the new bikes now run hydraulics. Wind is not heavy on the legs at all. For my knee bend, it's pretty comfortable for me. The grips feel good, the handlebars are good spacing. Rode my ZZR the other day, running some fuel through it, because like I said, I'm trying to get it, carburetors cleaned out on it. I got really uncomfortable on it after a little bit. I mean, I'm older now and fatter, so you know that. makes a difference. Since I rode it last, the thing had sit for quite some time, didn't get ridden a lot. That's why the carburetors are gummed up. But we'll just sit back and enjoy the ride here for a little while. Beautiful scenery. These guys are loving the sport bikes. My last video did talk about this, my GoPro chin mount I have on this helmet. It was on my dirt bike helmet. Today I actually have it on the street bike helmet, which is a HJC helmet as well. Blocks the front vent some. I said it was $29.99 when actually this thing is $39.99. It's really expensive, so I wouldn't mind having a couple more for every single helmet. So I'm going to see if I can make one. Just need some real thin aluminum, I think, and some neoprene, or I actually have some indoor-outdoor carpet stuff. Looks like I have the right material on it. Sandwich that in and do some riveting. Might be able to make myself a couple of these. The buckles seem to be the big thing trying to come up with. Gears clunk a little bit, it sounds like, when you're in the lower gears there. No, switching between first and second was a little bit of a clunk. Could be because you're going through neutral.